closer.
Want to see the toughest trade in action and see the Masons go all at it today to head to the World's Bricklayer 500 here in Las Vegas, Nevada? Well, you came to the right place, because today we're going to have a lot of great action here in West Tennessee. And today we're going to send off our regional winner to compete on Wednesday, January 22nd. So what we have today is we have 8 teams competing for the bragging rights to show who will be the world's best bricklayer for the SPEC Bricklayer 500 Regional, right here, located at Standing Stone Nursery in Springfield, Tennessee. Okay, folks, back at home, what we got going on here today? Now I didn't make a mistake. It's going to be January 19th, 2022. It's going to be our World Best Bricklayer Championship here by SPEC. And today we have 8 teams competing for, like I said, those bragging rights. Right here, we're in stall number 3 with Zach Wire. Now, Zach here has completed 9 regionals, and he actually went to the World Championship 3 times. Zach is right now has a little bit of a strategy going on here. He's building his leads. This is the starting course right now. So I'm not going to get too close to Zach here because he's working real hard, and he's using our national sponsors to build a level, making sure he's nice and plumb around his 4 corners of his wall. And he's working real hard, making sure that he's got a nice level wall and a nice space to start. We have our Mason Juan Sanchez Rivera. Juan here has been complete 3 times in our regional. Took 3rd place last year. He's shooting for 1st because he wants to get out to Las Vegas, Nevada to be at that World's Best Bricklayer and to be labeled. Now I gotta tell you, Juan's been laying brick for over 20 years. That's a long time in this industry. Pretty amazing. He's shooting for 680 brick today. So he's got a little bit of a system. He wants to show the world and his family. We're all coming out here today to show off his skills, not only to this region, but also to the world. Pretty exciting stuff here. So Juan, we're rooting for you. Once again, Juan is also using that wonderful Stability Level, our national sponsor, with our SPEC mortar. Nice and creamy mix, and he's getting it ready here to build up his 2-course lead, and he's going to rock it out here. This is what I see a lot of Masons doing lately. Comes from an old trick that Fred Campbell, our 3-time national winner, used. folks out there today, this is a third generation Mason out here showing off their skills. We got from Music City Masonry, local right here in Nashville, Tennessee. We have Eddie Elmore.
Van Wyck. Eddie Van Wyck.
Morning when I was talking to Eddie here, he said he wants to go for the perfect wall. He wants 500 brick perfect. He was 3 brick off in last year's regional. 3 brick. That is amazing. 3-hole brick. So 500 brick. That's what he's shooting for, making a perfect wall here. You guys want to talk about speed and skill? This is Vince Wright. Vince, you also want to talk about workforce development? This young man, not only raising a wonderful family of 2 beautiful girls and a wonderful wife, and supporting his Mason community, he works with 2 local trade schools in his community. Vince was a 3-time regional champion. He's also been out to SPEC BRICKLAYER 500 twice already, I tell you right now, which is amazing by Vince. He's been in the industry for over 16 years. He holds 3-time Skills USA Championship, and he's also been out to the international skills. So this young man is an up-and-coming riser, showing off his skills, owning his own company now. That's the great thing about workforce development. Vince started in his community, learned a trade, went to skills, gave back to his community. Now, from working for a company, now is the owner of his own company. So all you young Masons out there, your mentors, this is what we got looking forward to Vince. So we're really excited about Vince getting him back out, hopefully, to the world of concrete for the SPEC BRICKLAYER 500 World Championship. Vince here, he is basically wanting to try and lay as many brick as perfectly as possible. He's also about the quality and quantity. I want to tell you folks at home, which is amazing, we talk about workforce development so much, and you got to visit SPECNICS.com and the MCAA. Get out there to all your local school organizations, get it growing. A little note to Vince. 30 years ago, we had 58 masonry programs in the state of Alabama. Today, 2021, we have 8. So we got to keep that industry strong, folks. And we got people like Vince and everybody here and all our regional bricklayers. We got 100 teams across the nation here competing for that regional spot to go out to the world of concrete. People like Vince and all these Masons out here giving back, showing workforce development, wonderful competition. I can't scream it enough. This is giving some excitement to our young Masons to compete at their regional and also to win it. Ford F-250 truck sponsored by our national Ford sponsor. I know Vince wants that. We're going to leave Vince alone, but real quick before we head on out. Vince is going bold. He's going a high lead. A lot of guys out there have been telling me they want to do a 2-course lead. Everybody's mentioning Frank Campbell. Why? 3-time champion. So they've been watching him on these videos. And what's happening is they want to do 2, maybe 3 courses to work up. But no, not Vince. He's going Boulder, he's going home. Boulder going home. So Vince, I tell you, and his brother Clint are rocking it out right now. And we're watching them lay, and we're going to go to the next goal. But I really want to emphasize that workforce development program. Because a young man like this, started in skills, got himself in a trade, first generation, hopefully keeping the industry strong. With his daughters maybe going into the masonry industry, we're really proud of Vince and what he's done in all these years. And maybe we could see Vince out there in Las Vegas for the world's best bricklayer championship on Wednesday, January 19th, 2022. Stall number 7 from Lovell Masonry. It's Mason David White and his cool tender here, Claire Parrish. They're from Columbia, Tennessee. This is David's second year competing. I heard a cool quote today out there, folks. David's theory, and quoting to me today, is lay more to the line and less to the level. Going to 3 straight leads for his start and go from there to take it home to make the gold. He said he would like to get 8 to 10 courses completed. Very strong, bold move. So using that 2 to 3 course is what we're hearing a lot today from a lot of our Masons. And once again, I gotta say it, because it's been said several times from each of these Masons attenders. Here in Tennessee, we got a 3-time champion, Fred Campbell, so they've been watching him on video. So that's what they're going for. So we're gonna see if that actually pays out today. And I gotta tell you, we're gonna be hoping for David. Like I said, second year competing. He's got his 2 lead course. He's gonna lay it out flat, following that line, not his level, like he said. We're gonna see if he's true to his word. We don't know, but that's David's motto today. We're gonna check back a little bit with David, see how that pans out. But he's following that line really good. Now, one of these things I want to point out is one of these cool things called a clip joint. What right now here is David's doing, he's doing a little clip joints. Got his little bit of a head joint there, he clips it off. He's got a nice now masonry bed mortar. It's able to lay fast and fully go, which is quite amazing. So as you see, he's gonna shake it, clip it. He's gonna lay it, now he's on the brick, he's gonna take the excess mortar, clip it again. Speed, that's speed. And he's able to monitor his nice head joints, because those will be a part of our deductions. Number 8 from A&D Masonry out of Afton, Tennessee. We have last year's regional winner from our East Tennessee area, Manuel Hernandez, and his tender, Jose Perez. Manuel actually worked for Fred Campbell with Creative Masonry for many years, was his mentor. So Manuel took a lot of information from Fred and has been watching him over the years. Manuel went for his first ever national championship in Las Vegas at the SPEC next for Best Bricklayer 500. And Manuel's been competing at 5 regionals. So today, Manuel heard that his best friend, Aiden Valdivia, just won the East Tennessee Bricklayer 500 regional. And with that being said, Manuel not only wants to compete for the world's best bricklayer spot in that Ford F-250 pickup truck, but he also wants to fight for those bragging rights so he can make fun of the Aiden over there to who's the better bricklayer. So Manuel, you're gonna give it all you got today.
In case you were wondering in the crowd, you'll see a guy in a yellow t-shirt with a camera walking around. He is live streaming this event. So do your best to keep your language invisible when he's hear you, so he's not going to lose their rating on the YouTube.
Stall number 9 from Brooklyn Masonry of Knoxville, Tennessee. We have our Mason Artizio Hernandez and his tender Randy Larino. Now, this is Artizio's and Randy's first time ever competing in a SPEC Bricklayer 500. They've been watching this for years and years, and they always wanted to compete. So they came out here today, last minute as well. They want to show off their skills, so they drove up here from Knoxville to this beautiful Springfield, Tennessee to compete. Also, amazing little fact note here. Artizio was trained under, yet again, Fred Campbell of Creative Masonry, our 3-time world champion. Artizio, he is shooting for 600 perfect brick. 600 is a bold number. Perfect, perfectly laid. He said, you know what? I just want to go out there and have fun, show my skills. And that's what he's going out here for today. Now, he says he wants that craftsman award, but I know deep down inside, he wants to show Fred and all the other ones who know him that he is the regional best bricklayer. Now, Artesio's going with a 3-course lead here, and he's making a nice mortar bed, straight following that line. As you can see, he's cutting it beautiful right there on the bed joint. So when he place that brick down, he'll be able to place nice and evenly, and then he can start working, placing his brick and then working on his head joints. It's a quick moving action. As you can see, the mortar is perfectly aligned with that line, the mason's line, going straight down. He's working on his back side of the wall, which is really important to do, folks, at home. You gotta be really careful on that back side of that working wall. These masons have to lay overhand bricklaying, very hard to do. So they gotta make sure that they are not tip brick or lip brick. So as you can see, he's reaching over, clipping that mortar joint on the head, running it through with a nice bed, shaking it off. No excess mortar waste. Back on the pan, back on the pan. Now, one of the cool things is a lot of the guys, he is changing it up a little bit. He's now using his excess mortar, put it on the pan. Maybe it's kind of a rhythm in a way, I'm not sure, but now he's clipping it. So he's got a rhythm and a pattern. One thing I want to point out to you folks at home is tender work. Being a tender in this competition is very hard. Right here, we have Artesio's tender, Randy. Now Randy right here, look at him lift. Look at him pile all that brick. He's specifically piling those brick a certain way. If you notice, the shiners are faced to the outside. So when Artesio grabs his brick, he can put it right in place. So he knows exactly where that brick's gotta be laid. So what it is here with the shiners, what he's going to do is, I'm going to sneak over here, folks, back at home. So, real quick to explain an example. The way he's laying it up, when this mason's coming in, I'm going to step in front of the camera, and I do apologize. So when he's grabbing as a tender, as a laborer, the tender's placing, he's picking up and going. This side will be the shiner in today's event. So if he was faced this way, he would put it that way. So that tender is placing it strategically so he could grab it, put it in without looking. He is depending on his tender placement to help him avoid 100 brick deduction. So not only is that young man piling on those mortars on those gator back boards, but he's also at the same time strategically placing all those brick on those planks for Artesio to get a better advantage, lay that most brick perfectly. What we got right now is 20 minutes has passed by. I cannot believe 20 minutes has just passed by. We got 40 minutes left. These masons and tenders are giving all they got at this SPEC Mixed Bricklayer 500 regional here in Springfield, Tennessee. And I can't thank our national sponsors and even our regional sponsor out here giving up this wonderful lot to have this beautiful competition. Right here, Standing Stone Nursery in Springfield, Tennessee. This is one of 22 regionals throughout the United States and Canada. And 100 teams are competing for the World Championship across North America.
22 minutes into the show as we begin. That would be 38 minutes to go.
Now Curtis's son here, he's our tender here for his father, Josh. 26 years of masonry. He's going to teach his young man how to take over the trade one day.
Right now, as you can
So Talent Masonry, and once again, a man who started his own company in 95, started in 95 in industry, 2 years of experience, came on like a good trainer. And now, guess what? He owns his own company. So all you young Masons out there, this is the way to go. Good earning, good hard work, fun work, because you're having fun out here today, right guys?
That's right.
There you go. He's laying out those brick. Now, I can tell you here, he's got a nice rhythm. I'm telling you, I love it. He did his 2 courses. He worked his way up. He's making sure that backside of that wall is perfect because he knows there's deductions out there. It's gonna be harder and harder for him to see back there. It's brick overhead, bricklaying. And he's got his lines up there. He's got his block, extra wide block to hold it from actually that wall kind of any movement. So he's not out of plumb. It's really nice and secure. His lines are nice and even. This is perfect. He has a nice straight wall. I'm gonna tell you, I think he's probably gonna go up 2 more leads and fill it in from here. Folks back at home, I think that's what he's gonna do. Another great thing about these regionals is spacing and development of your land. This is a 10 by 35-foot space, which these competitors are working in. So, that being said, a lot of Masons set their working area differently. If you look here in stall 1, Josh has a very limited amount of space where he's working in. And when we go further down the line, you got your planks, and then you got your wall right here. I mean, very minimal space. That's the way Josh likes to work. He likes that tight space so he can get more control of his wall and he can reach for that brick faster, lay more. Every little part takes, because if you go down the line, which we'll show more, some of these planks will be spaced out a little bit more. So there's maybe about 3 feet of working space right there. So this is really strategic. And another reason why that is, folks at home, and also our future Mason competitors, if his son Kurt actually bumped into another person's wall behind him, which there's not one here today, but we'll go down here, folks. We have a space here and here. And if our friends ever, from Zach and his tender, Miguel, actually bumped into that wall behind him in stall number 4, and if there's any damages, that'll be an automatic disqualification. So these Masons like to keep their walls confined so there's no chance for any accident. It's really strategic in a way. Also gives these tenders a lot of room from running back and forth because they've got to take that mortar from SPEC mix, run it straight back to those gator backboards. And I gotta tell you, it's a lot of quickness and speed, so strategy is the key.
Brick, baby. Brick, baby. Can you say praise Jesus on YouTube?
You know what, Zach? I'm pretty sure that's a safe word to say. Let's say anything else like get out of your way, then I'm going to stay extra longer for you, buddy.
Praise Jesus.
All right, hey, Zach, I want to see you in Vegas this year, all right?
I'm trying to get there.
All right, let's go. We'll leave Zach alone, folks. Look at that, perfect right there. He left that spacing in, that was perfect. And that leaves a perfect loop for a head joint. Unbelievable, that's pure experience right there, folks. That Mason knows what he's doing. That is a wonderful capture out there.
Round that butt up, quit stretching out, round it up.
Zach's giving his tender a little good advice here. All right. Now Juan Sanchez Rivera, like I said, 20 years. He's got an impressive start here. He's on his 5th wall. That's pretty good. So he's trying. He's, like I said, 3rd place in 2020 with 680 brick. Juan knows what he's doing. So like I said, he's got his family here videotaping. So they're really, really looking out for Juan. Juan was getting ready to go out there to Las Vegas.
Let's go.
Well, folks back at home, I gotta tell you, not only is this a great regional here, but coming up at the World Championship by SPEC Mix for the SPEC Mix Bricklayer 500, we're gonna be celebrating our 20th anniversary. I cannot believe it's been 20 years already.
Forward's down there.
I'm getting older, but I'm,
down there on the end.
and these masons are getting a lot younger here too, because they're laying up a lot of brick. All I know is 20 years. So someone today from this region is going to help celebrate our 20th anniversary. This is really super exciting.
We're at 28.5 minutes in, almost halfway. 28.5 minutes in.
Look at this is great for even construction. This is even great for even construction. Oh, the crowd's getting wild out here. We're loving the energy. That's what these mason tenders need all across the nation here. Look, you notice the backside of this wall, almost completely neat of any excess mortar. I gotta tell you, this is a mason that knows how to work his job. Now, with that being said, with having that excess mortar, he's actually utilizing every bit of that SPEC mix mortar. That's saving money, which is great here, but also, he's also saving time. He's not going back to his gator backboard getting more mortar. Okay, he's making a few adjustments as you see here. He had a little bit of a gap here on his head joint, but look, it only took about maybe 4 seconds to fix that, to accommodate that. That is amazing. He knew that working his backside of the wall was difficult, and he made that correction, and now he's got a beautiful backside of the wall, saving himself some big deductions. Okay, Eddie, still using his technique. Going 2, now he's going to 3. So he's maintaining his process right now, which is great. So he's working this, and he knows exactly the method he's trying to use. He really wants that Craftsman Award. Now, one thing about Eddie, he's been laying bricks since 2005. 16 years. 16 years. 3rd generation Mason. He's excited to be out here today. He's got his family and friends. I see across the way taking pictures. They're all super excited. He's making sure he's level, his walls are plumb. There's 9 plumb areas. Each 4 in the corners, 1 in the middle, and 4 on the opposite end. He's using that stability level, a national sponsor, really well here. Our tender over here, Eddie's tender over here, Josh Leach, is mixing up that mortar really well. Now each mason wants a little bit different, so he's retempering that. He wants it a little bit loose for that brick. So when you're laying your block mortar, a lot of the guys like a stiff. Some guys, when they're laying the brick, want it a little loose. This is what Eddie wants. This is exactly what Eddie wants Jason to do. So ice cream, he's calling it, ice cream. So he wants it really nice and wet, so it's nice and creamy. Every mason's different, everyone's got a different technique. Going back to Vince. Once again, I cannot express our workforce development with Vince. He's so excited working with our community. So later bit today in our judging, we're gonna have our skills with our junior bricklayers. And we're gonna get to that during our judging portion. And I hope Vince can take the time to teach these young kids how to lay a brick or two with our SPEC Mix training mortar. Really exciting stuff. It's gonna be placed by our stage. So it's gonna be really fun to watch some of our expert masons show our young future masons who are gonna be future owners and national champions. Once again, easy, quick flow of the trowel. Look at the move of his trowel. Look at his hands. Down, clip, down, and clipping that mortar joint. Perfect, following that line. Come to a big finish here. And perfect. That's experience. That's our 3-time Skills USA winner right here. Okay, once again, David and his tender Claire from Columbia, Tennessee, still following that 2-course lead, but he's coming down to the end here, so he's probably going to build up another 2. As you can see, he built up his nice leads. He's filling it in. And he's probably going to go up another 2 leads and fill that in. Very good strategy for David. This is what he wants. Okay, we got 33 minutes passed into our competition. 33 minutes. We're almost basically halfway done to our SPEC Next Bricklayer 500 regional here in West Tennessee, Springfield, Tennessee. Can't thank our regional sponsor giving us this lot here from Standing Stone Nursery. This is our 11th regional in Tennessee for this area. 11! 8 teams competing. So, what we have is Manuel again. Manuel is rocking it out. He's already completed 1, 2, 3, 4 courses of brick. So now he's going to lay a bed. I'm not sure if Manuel's going to lay another 2 leads. I think he might do it. I think he's going to go 2 leads up and then rock it out within 30 minutes. All right, newcomers to the house. Our newcomers from Knoxville, Tennessee. Now I gotta tell you, they got a lot of friends in this region they're competing against. A lot of bragging rights tonight on email and texting and Twitter here. Who's the better bricklayer? So it's gonna be real fun. So our friends from Brunton Masonry, Artesio and his tender Randy, they're out there. He's going 600 brick. Now, if you see, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 course lead. That's the most leads I've seen today. He's probably the one and only, going 5. It's a bold move. I hope it pays off, Artesio. We'll see here in a little bit. He's making some little adjustments, not using his glove, using his trowel, make sure everything's level. You want to make sure he's got a perfect bed joint. Now he's going to rock it out here. Now, folks at home, there are a total of 40 brick on each side, total of 80 brick, both front and back side. Once again, overhead bricklaying. So now Artesio's probably got about 36 brick he's got to lay across this working side of the wall. And I got to tell you, Randy is shaking that mud up. Now our multi-quit mix, which is our national sponsor, is helping mix in all our mortars today here, keeping it flowing and going for all our masons and our bricklayers. Bricklayers and tenders. So it looks like we are back here with we're here with Eddie, I believe, here, isn't it? No, I do apologize. We're back with David White from Lovell Masonry and his tender Claire Parrish. That's what we're back with here. I do apologize back at that home folks there. But David is going. We're going on 4 courses. David's got 25 minutes to get 6 more courses. That's his goal. That's what he wants. See if it's going to happen or not. But you know what? I'm watching. He's going for Craftsman too, because he's going nice and easy and smooth. He wants a perfect wall. You know, I'm not judging today, but what I'm seeing is a very uniform and clean wall here. Very clean, beautiful wall here. So David's going nice and easy. You know, I've seen this happen with a guy named Jerry Goodman and Heidi Alvey, our regional winners in South Carolina and North Carolina, and also a Bricklayer 500, SPEC Mix Bricklayer 500 World Championship winner in Las Vegas, Nevada, a couple years ago. Jerry, he was amazing, slow, methodical, perfect, first place and Craftsman. This man can do it. He's working real hard here, and I'm loving the style. Let's not shoot for 10 maybe, let's shoot for a perfect 7 in the winning. But it's David's show, not my show.
Come on, Daddy, you got it.
All right, Vince right. Going back to Vince.
Come on, Clem.
All right, Vince uses 10 years of regional experience
Play that man, Daddy.
and being out to the World Championship twice with the SPEC Mix World's Best Bricklayer. Well, let's go see here. Oh, look at this here. This has got a technique here. He's going there. He's holding his line up. Moving it on up to the next row. You see right here, he went from here to here. So he has a beautiful line running down the line. Now, folks back at home, okay, I want to explain something which is really important for this bricklayer competition, because I don't want anybody saying, hey, they're laying shiners out there. They're actually not. The brick we got, which is a wonderful brick, was really nice and fancy. It was a donation, it's a wonderful brick. But the outside was a little too rough, but these backside, which are being typically called shiny because they have the notches, well, right here, it's smoother, and so we could get a better judging for both our bed and head joints. It's not as rounded like the opposite side. Also, a great example will be, I'll reach over here. It's nice and rounded, beautiful brick. But for judging in this competition, we had to use the back side of the brick. So this is going to be our shiner today, and this is going to be our working side brick. So, ooh, let me fix this brick. I'm sorry, folks, because you know what? I'll get yelled at by messing that up by his tender, so I don't want to mess him up. So that's, if you see that, folks back at home, that's why we're laying the smoother side today. So that is going to be today our working side brick. I can see a lot of chatter here in a little bit. Okay, now one thing you gotta notice at home, folks, even though I mentioned clip joints so many times, now head joints, they're allowed in our competition up to 20 voids. After the competition's over and after a 20-minute break, they are going to get time to tool the both front and back side of the wall, when then the mason's allowed on the back side to help tool. So Vince is going to go and tool all his mortar joints with his S joint or sled runner. And what they're gonna do is gonna fill in the gaps. If he's missing any, he's gonna take any excess mortar from his trowel and fill it in those voids. So even though he has a little void right here, you see, he's gonna be able to fill that in that working portion of that. So it should be perfect. Once again, beautiful. Had an open gap, filled it up. He'll fill in that head joint right there when he's tooling it back. Remember, he's got a total of 20 boards total. So if we can't fill those voids back in, then it'll be considered a void, and after 21, he'll be excess points from his full count. Back with Eddie here and Jason. Once again, going to that 500 brick count. He's on track. That's what he wanted. He called it. He said, Ryan, I want 500 brick. So he wants a perfect wall, and that's what he's shooting for. And he's doing a phenomenal job. He's on track. He's exactly what he's shooting for, a perfect wall. Today's going to be a perfect day.
In about 18 minutes, we're going to give these guys a break.
I'll be in Vegas regardless. What they're watching.
We're going to start the cooling period, and after that, I can't decide the crowd enjoys watching these competitors way more than winning t-shirts, hats, and TVs from me. I'm not sure.
17 minutes left. 17 minutes left to the end of the SPEC BRICKLAYER 500 here in West Tennessee. But it's not over after this, folks. We still got a rest period and a tooling and then the judging. And then after that, we got our kids who are going to be laying some brick. So exciting. What a wonderful day out here. All right, let's get back to the action. I'm trying to make him feel young here. He's got 20 years experience. He's 5. He's got 5 courses of brick almost here, folks. 5 courses of brick. That's already 400 brick he has basically laid. Now remember at home, folks, in this competition, or for anybody's going to compete in your next regional, we have 2 courses of block, 20 across, 26 foot by an 8-inch wall. The starter course is a foundation. So these masons are working with the property around them and making a good solid foundation. That first course of brick they lay do not get counted in that brick count. So he basically right now,
officially in the last 15 minutes, 45 minutes.
so
in.
one is basically laid up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 solid rows, and he's now working on his 6th right now as a partial. One thing great about this competition is we're going to count in our competition for brick to the last completed course and then 2 partials above it. That's going to be the count of the brick. So when masons build a huge lead and they laid all that extra brick, remember it's only 2 full courses and then 2 partials for the count, and all that other brick does not get counted, but yet it gets judged on quality. So it's big risk out there these masons are taking. Right here, I want to show you something right here, folks. Now look at our tender here. Our tender, see how he's moving that with brick around? That right here, what Curtis is doing, he is, I'm sorry, not Curtis, I do apologize. What Miguel's doing with Zach, he is rubbing off his excess dust here. He's moving around, he's angling it perfect. So he is getting ready for Zach to pick up that brick. Discussed that early. It's strategy. It's a strategy they discuss. And what he just did, he's now positioned all that brick, so Zach does not have to think. He's just got to grab.
Other end, man, the other end. Other end, I spread from the other end. Come on, Kim, come on, other end.
A lot of talking by Zach. He's telling his tender what he's got to do here. Hope you all caught that back at home here. All right, we got 14 minutes left. Let's get out of Zach's way here for a quick second. 14 minutes away. Once again, 1, 2, 3. That's a 3-course lead with a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 500 brick. So if he gets in 15 minutes another 3 courses, he's going to have 8 courses possibly. That is a big number. There goes Zach, man. He's laying it out, man. This isn't his first rodeo. He knows what he's doing. Okay, folks, we're coming down to 12 minutes. 12 minutes. All right, we got a lot. Oh, I do want to show something right here, which is really unique. Come on down with Vince. This is, I'm not sure what's going on. I got to point it up, 'cause I'm trying to figure it out here. It's just weird. I see a bunch of bricks standing up. You don't see that every day. All right, so, okay. I thought maybe he was building a heavy lead, but he wasn't. Just stacking his bricks so he could run across, quick and speed. He's got a strategy. I don't know what it is. We'll have to ask him later, but Vince knows what he's doing. Vince is a contender today, I think, folks. He's ready to get back out there. He's ready to go back out to Las Vegas, compete at the SPEC Mix World's Best Bricklayer Championship. He wants that Ford F-250. He's been out there twice. Why not a third time? All right, let's go over here with Manuel. Once again, Manuel. Manuel, like you said, he built 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He's built 6. He's built 6 courses, and he's going up to 2 lead. Everybody today at home has been talking about this 2 lead. All these Masons, only a few are going up 2, maybe 3 leads, and then building up from the rest. So with that being said, they've been watching videos out there, everybody. They're on SPEC Mix Bricklayer 500 and watching those videos of other Masons competing, and they're noticing there's a strategy. Maybe that is the strategy, 2, 3 leads and building it in, instead of bidding 5 or 6. So each to their own, but we'll see who wins and pans out on it. Down to the last 10 minutes. Down to the last 10 minutes. 10 minutes. All right, so once again, coming back here with another big wall here. Once again, beautiful clip joints. No excess mortar from the bed joints. Clipping it right up the excess mortar, right for this bed, right to the head joint. 1, easy strokes, move, grab, move, and grab, and there you go. Loving following that line, perfect. So he's going to have a nice brick, hopefully with 0 chips. Tip brick is when the brick is just tipped slightly. Anything over that 1/4 inch is a deduction. That takes it off on the big count. So you got to make sure your brick are nice and level, not tipped. So that's what right here Vince is trying to do. The biggest, hardest part is that back side of the wall, because you cannot see it. This is overhead bricklaying. Now with all what that here Vince is doing, I think he's got a darn good shot. Love the rhythm. Let's get in closer to that. Look at that move. Here you go. Perfect. Right there, folks. That's the way to do it at home. All right, maybe we'll be seeing Vince out there in Las Vegas on January 19th. 8.5 minutes, folks, at home. Let's go on down. Let's go down to stall number 1 here. Let's go see our friends here from Tollett Masonry. We got Josh and his son, Curtis. Now, we got the father-son team, folks, back at home. Now, maybe one day the son's going to be the bricklayer and the tender will be the father. I don't know. I'm not going to ask Kurt. I'm not going to ask that question right now, but I'm surely going to ask Josh later if Curtis is going to take over one day and and Josh will be the tender. I think so. Let's go see what we got here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We almost got 7 complete courses, folks, at home, and we got 1 lead back up there. So he's going to come back, and I think with 8 minutes, what I think he's going to do is build another lead, make it 2, and then fill it as fast as he can. Now, this is what happens at home. Now, see, they're moving and grooving real fast. Loving it. Speed. Clean. But the last 3 minutes, what these Masons are going to do is they're going to throw as many brick as they can, but they're not thinking. So sometimes they'll throw a brick to get the extra count, but it can be tipped. And with that being said, if it's tipped, that's a deduction. Just because you laid that 1 extra brick to get that brick count, but it could cost you more in the end. So it's not about the speed. Again, that last brick, it's also about the quality of how you laid that brick. Remember, the quality back at home.
Get a whole nother course. Hey, I got a job to do too.
Okay. Let's get closer here to Zach. Come on now, let's go. Zach, he's got less than 7 minutes left. So he's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He's got 6 completed courses. Now everybody's kind of close. It's like there's several with the same amount of brick. So it's going to come down to quality. And that back side of this wall is going to be where it's at, folks, back at home. I really think it's the back side of that wall. Now, the biggest deductions are usually tip brick and also bed and head joints. So this is going to come down to experience. And with Zach's experience, and I'm talking, Zach has a lot of experience over here. I think he'll just do fine here. I mean, he's been in 9 of these regionals. He's been doing it since he's 13 years old. He's making that 24 years in Masonry. So do the math at home. All right, we got under 6 minutes left. 6 minutes left. What's that on now? Look at this clean wall. He's got a beautiful clean wall here. He's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 complete courses. And he's gonna probably build one more lead and possibly get about a 7.5 done, I think. Our friend here, he's going for Craftsman. All right, he's gonna go back down to Manuel. Wants to go back to Las Vegas, Nevada. He is laying it up here. Look at it, he's using that trowel, he's using his techniques. I don't know, who's better, Fred or Manuel? I don't know, we'll find out, but Manuel's got to start winning that trucks back at the world's best bricklayer, SPEC mix. I don't know, Manuel. He's rocking now. He's taking it really smooth now. He's got to make sure he has no tip break. He's going to run by at the very end with a level, tapping everything down. I can almost guarantee Manuel is going to do that. Look at that, following that line perfect right there. Right on the line. He'll fill that void up. Don't you worry, folks. Coming up to a nice, sweet end here. Right on it. And there you go. Beautiful. Beautiful. He's going to make a little adjustment. He knows what he's doing. Manuel's an experience. 4 minutes left. Let's go back down and see Vince. Come on. We're going to have 8 completed courses on this wall here. 8 completed courses. Let's go down and see Vince. 8. Look how beautiful these bed and head joints are. He's going to tool all those up with his sled. He's going to fill all those voids up here after the break. Yeah. Vince is coming around the corner. Made a slight adjustment.
Oh, man, it looks good. Keep going. Don't slow down.
I love the word workforce development back at home, folks. That's what we got to do. We got to keep this industry strong. Get our young Masons out there. Get to those masonry programs. Talk to our schools, our vocational schools. Let's keep this industry strong. Let's get out there and see our folks at SPEC Mix and also the MCAA. Get out there to your local masonry community. This is where Vince started from. Now he's his own Mason. All these Masons out here started somewhere. We need to get our workforce development, and we're ready to help work with here at SPEC Mix. All right, solid masonry. Once again, 26 years in the industry. First generation, started in 95. Started his own company in 2 years. Third time competing. Finished was 4th place last year with 648 brick. Shooting for 720. His technique was a 2-course lead. So let's go see where he's at today. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7, and he's got 2 partials, remember, for that count. So he's 7. What he's doing is, now he's got 1 partial here, 2 partials. So he's basically done for the brick count, folks, back at home. So it won't count. So he's using his last extra minutes to getting basically 7 and 2 partials, which is almost, technically, almost like 8 courses of brick laid in his count. And that's exactly what he was shooting for. That's what he wanted. He's going to get it. And I gotta tell you, 1.5 minutes. With under 2 minutes left, he's gonna make some slight adjustments here, just like he's doing right now, which is the technique he wants. So this is where it's gonna come down. Now he's gonna make sure everything's level. He's gonna come by, make sure his bed and head joints look good. He stopped on his overhead bricklayer because he knows that's probably where the deductions are.
stopped using his line on that course. He's freehanding his top course. Look at that.
Well, good thing is he's freehanding his top course. He's not using his line anymore. Look at that, he's freehanding. He's not even using his line anymore. So,
yeah, atypical, but it saves him a lot of time.
yeah, goodness. As has been pointed out, it saves a lot of time. So he's using the last couple minutes for that freehand. He's not using his line anymore, so he's got to be careful. It's not tipped, he's left. So right now he's tapping it down. All right, he's gonna get that last brick. He's just right on the edge. He's allowed to go around that corner of that edge, which is good. Now he's gotta make sure he's not tipped at all. He's going good. He's gonna take his level, make sure he's all nice and plumb. Remember, the last couple brick can also mess you up, folks, back at home. Once again, what he's using is that Stabila level, our national sponsor. Every Mason out here got a Stabila level. All regionals. Thank you so much, Stabila, for all your support. But that Stabila level is coming really handy. 20 seconds. He's got to be careful of those tip brick. He's got to be careful because he's laying it out. He's got to be careful because he's laying at that last brick. We got like 10 seconds left. Coming down to the very end, folks. This is it. The last 10 seconds. Let's. All right. Great job for all Masonry attenders out here. 8 Masonry teams coming out here. All right. Right here, our West Tennessee SPEC Mix Bricklayer 500. We had 8 teams competing out here today. I want to introduce myself. My name is Ryan Coyne. I've been working with Eric Davis from Louisville, Kentucky, filming this wonderful event and actually going to have a winner. One team go out there, compete with 22 other regionals throughout the United States and Canada, across basically North America, to go on out to the Las Vegas World of Concrete. Who is the world's best bricklayer? SPEC Mix Bricklayer 500. Folks, we're gonna go to our judging in a little bit. We're gonna be working, like I've been saying all day today, our workforce development for our junior bricklayers. Really exciting, and I can't stress enough. Folks, if you're gonna be competing out there at regionals, I hope you're watching this, maybe taking some techniques so you can get on out to World of Concrete to compete at the SPEC Mix World's Best Bricklayer Championship on Wednesday, January 19th, 2022. Okay, our judges are going. Now, we got a series of judges here. They're brick counting in between the rest break. This is a 20-minute rest break. So, with 20 minutes being held, they are counting their brick. And remember, folks at home who are watching, let's get a little close. Let's go over here close to see what Tony's doing. Now, Tony, he's counting. Now, remember, folks at home, if you're trying to wonder, okay, well, they seem like they laid a lot of brick, but come on down here. This course, this is our starter course. Got to build a nice foundation. So we got 2 sets of block. We built up the first layer of brick here. This is called our starter course. This line of brick does not get counted. Everything does counted. So all completed courses, 2 partials. So you come up here, you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We got 6 completed courses. Come around to the back end. Well, that's 6. This is considered a partial. So then it's gonna be 40, 42 brick. That's what's gonna count. One good thing is, now if he built a higher lead, we could get a second partial, but the third partial we'd not count it in a brick. Basically what we call, not wasted brick, but brick that can be judged and cost you deductions, but not towards your brick count. So these masons are going along, they're doing it, and I want to head down to stall number 1 real quick. We have one of our judges who's using the Stabila level. Now, one thing you got to remember when you're judging out there, and masons and tenders who are out there competing in any regional this coming 2021 and into 2022, and our regional winners, you're going to be using our Stabila levels, our national sponsor. Now, every mason's got to leave their level in their stall. So right now, I'm going to go back here. He moved on. I do apologize. We're going to come over here. What we have with our judge, he's got 9 plumb points. We have 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 in the middle, 4 on the opposite side. Our judge is going around the corner, making sure it's centered in a bubble. coming back here in a second. He's using the level that was the Masons used. We're not gonna use any other level that the Masons using. He's coming back around here. Come on through, come here, let's show you this. All right, so we're gonna sit there. We're gonna go on down to the corner here. All right, he's got it on there. Oh, we gotta move the line block, folks. That can also cause a little trouble, and the excess bricky lays on top. All right, he's getting it in, and as you can see, he's getting it right in the middle. That means it's passing, folks. That passes. That's what we're doing when it comes to plumbing all 9 corners. Then our heights. Heights. We got 3 heights here. We're gonna measure 3 heights, both ends, and in the center. Folks, it's gotta be within 1/4 of an inch. If it's outside of that, it's gonna be a deduction. Has to be heights. Now, if you go into SPEC BRICKLAYER 500, you can look up the rules if you're getting ready to compete here in the near future. It'll tell you all the rules. You got plumb, heights, brick count, voids, tip brick, lit brick, chip brick, and voids, and also shiners. Now, one thing I want to point out, all our masons put in our twigs or pins at the end when I start a course. This is where they're going to measure off from. So every competition, you never forget, you always put your pins or your twigs in. This is our starting base, so we could go up to the last completed course and get the measurement. 21 1/4, I heard. So now he's going to go down the line. What do we got now? So we also got to be careful too, because as a judge, 21 1/2, 21 1/4, so plus or minus 1/4. So right now he's in 21 1/4, 21 1/2, and the other one's 21 1/4 in the middle. Yeah. So basically he passed all three of the heights passed. Go these line picks. Now, one thing I want to point out, when you got to be careful as a judge, when you're running your stabile level, when you're running your tape measure, you got to be careful because this brick, the mortar is just laid. So it takes a little bit of time to get that thumbprint hard. So you got to be careful we don't tip that brick. So the judge has got to be extra careful at home. These guys are professionals. They know what they're doing.
She said, that's bad. I said, well, it's not bad. It's good. It's a good thing.
So, what we're going to do here is interview also one of our judges. So, Sam, come here. How many years have you been doing this regional? These regionals?
About
15 years. And how many times have you been out to the SPEC BRICKLAYER 500 World Championship?
every year.
Every year. That's a lot of years.
A lot of years, Ryan.
A lot of years. And Sam has been judging for many, many years. He knows all criteria. How's it looking today, Sam? Is it looking great?
The boys were working hard today.
The walls look great.
What do you got?
Let me demo.
I'm sorry, we took away from Sam, and Sam has a hard time with the numbers right now. He's focused, laser focused. That's what we like, Sam. Keep your eye on the ball. Now we got our mudslinging shirts. You see Mr. Steve Bell here, he's got a lot of mud on his shirt. I guess he wasn't playing around today. He was actually mixing more, slinging some mud. He's one of those bricklayers out here in Tenders. He got a little on the eye. Now our Mason tenders are taking a rest. They're gonna come back for that action here where they're gonna tool the front and back side of the wall. Once again, 20 voids are allowed. You're allowed to now work both the front and back side of the wall when they do the voids. Here's the problem. Or maybe it's not. It's up to you to judge at home. But only the Mason could do all the tooling. But what can our friend tender do? He can take his trusty tape measure and point out all the voids. It's a technique that works very well, and all the Masons use it, and tenders use it as well. How are we working? Looking, folks. Sam is waiting. Oh, we appreciate all your hard work, Sam Prater.
least
Thank you for your dedication. Thank you for your dedication. Keep our industry strong.
Got about, I'd say 7-8 minutes to go before we start the cooling portion.
7.5 minutes left, folks. 7.5 minutes left. And what's going to happen? We're going to go right in to our final portion of the SPEC BRICKLAYER 500 regional here in West Tennessee, Springfield, Tennessee, at Sandstone Nursery. Now, folks, if you want to come out next year, 2022, to compete, gotta go on www.specmix.com and enter. Easy competition. Go to your local area, sign up, compete, and you too can have an opportunity to head on out to Las Vegas, Nevada, to the world of concrete to compete in the SPEC World's Best Bricklayer competition, where you can win close to $100,000 in prizes and what? A brand new Ford F-250 pickup truck. Ford, our national SPEC sponsor. All right, at this time, let's go interview a couple Masons. Let's go. So Vince, let's interview you. Now Vince, right. Folks at home, once again, I said it a dozen times, workforce development. How important is workforce development?
Very much.
Now, come on in here. Come on in here. So, let's go talk to you more about workforce development, Vince. Now, Vince, I've known you for many, many, many years. And you started as a young first-generation Mason, got into this industry.
That's right.
You were telling me that it was over 30 or 50, 38 schools or 50 schools, I can't remember.
Back in the early 90s, 58. Yeah.
58, early 90s. So 30 years ago, basically, we had all those schools teaching masonry.
Right.
Now we only have 8.
Yeah.
And with that being said, you help with 2, one in your local in your county and the next county over.
Right.
So how, in a 3-time Skills USA and International Bricklaying Skills, tell us how important Skills USA, and not only that, how important is masonry industry, keeping the industry strong and working with workforce development?
Well, we've got about a 10-man crew. Maybe 2 and 3 of us is younger than 50. You know, taking that into fact, what are we going to do the next 10 years, 15 years from now? You know, we need to put our phones down, pick our tool bags up. You know, it's going to be a high demand. It's going to be a name your prize. Who's going to do all this? It's just, there's a big gap, and I can see it coming. And it's got worse in the last 10 years. So, any of these programs that need any kind of something that SPEC needs everybody that can help with that, we need to keep it going.
We definitely are. You know, multiple trades, you know, in this masonry industry are trying to work real hard with our local schools, and I know that my team and I are looking forward to working with you. And so when we get out there to visit, we got a lot of training school mortar that we want to give to you guys out there to use, no cost. We have it, we'll make it, and those kids can reuse that mortar. So please, Vince, we want to participate. I know we've done that plenty of times with our local rep, John Almond, so we look forward to doing that. I know we know John Almond very well in Alabama. So Vince, with that being said, with workforce development, what we're going to do is we're going to actually work with a lot of our other trades here to get these masons out here, get into this wonderful trade. It's not just about working on SPEC, making a good, great living. I know you're a father of two amazing girls, I believe, and a wonderful, lovely wife, and who's been supporting all these years. And you were able to come into this trade as a young man and now own your own company. So it's endless opportunities.
And then you don't have to hire nobody to brick your house.
There you go. Hey, perfect. Even better, folks at home. You don't have to hire anybody. You can do it yourself.
Right.
Vince, I can't thank you enough for your time and taking a moment to speak about workforce development and also with our communities and keeping the industry strong. We look forward on behalf of SPEC Mix and Quikrete, division of the Quikrete companies, which SPEC Mix is, to help make this industry stronger. People like yourself and our masons out here today, we can't do it without you. Thank you very much, sir. And I wish you the best of luck. Get back in here, get some rest, my friend. Thank you. Well, folks, you heard it there from Vince. I gotta tell you, if you're back at home, get involved in your masonry communities. Go to your masonry associations. Work with your local schools. There's so many great organizations out there throughout the United States and abroad. Get involved. Go see about a program. Put it together. get our young masons out there. Not everybody may be going to school or joining the service, so a trade's really important. It's a wonderful trade, a great earning where you can become an apprentice or even a laborer, and then in one day owning your own company and making a wonderful living. And on top of that, which is even better, having our world's best bricklayer competition where you compete and win close to $100,000 in prizes and walk away in a Ford F-250 pickup truck. Not bad. So I want to thank all our national sponsors, all our Masons and tenders throughout North America for all your assistance. Now we got 1 minute left and we'll finish a final portion of our SPEC Mix Bricklayer 500 regional here in West Tennessee, Springfield, Tennessee, folks. So with that being said, we'll take a quick look at some of our walls. He's doing his final count of his brick. He's double checking his brick. It's really important. The worst thing you could do is have his count on brick. Boy, I'd be really angry if I laid up a lot of brick and someone missed a course on me. Blaine over here, he's working real hard. He's double checking, so he's making sure he gets it all. I gotta tell you, I don't see a lot of tip brick out here. I'm gonna do a couple of double checks on the old bed and head joints. A lot of these bed and head joints look really good. I think I seen one tip brick by someone laying a brick at the last minute, but I'm not going to point it out because it's not fair, and I won't do that because they laid that last brick at the last second, and I saw it, and I wanted to say something, but I said, no, it's okay. But remember, folks, when you're competing out there, gotta be careful of that last brick you lay. Okay, folks. Last portion here, getting ready to begin. All the mason tenders heading back to their stalls. They're going to be tooling the front and back side of the wall. Remember, folks at home who are watching, this is where now they're ready to work the back side of the wall, which is really cool. We got our sled runner, he's got his brush, and he's got a tape measure probably somewhere around here. He sure does. I'm sure that his tender is going to walk around and he's going to be pointing out, well, the son's going to point out to the dad, say, hey, Dad, work harder. That's right. Hey, Dad, you missed the spot right there. Hold on, Dad. Right there, you missed another spot. Hey, Dad, why don't I just take over? It could be next year because you got another one right there. Nah, I'm just joking around. See, he's got 20 minutes to fill these voids up, which he'll do, no problem. So he'll take the mortar off his trowel. He'll fill it in with his S-joint or sled run. He'll fill it in. He'll get all these voids cleaned up. It'll look beautiful. He'll brush it off, be done, and he's ready to go. Unfortunately, his son can't tool it, but he knows what he's doing. So I'm just having fun with the folks. So it's all good. So good luck, gentlemen. Good luck. Thank you. Okay, folks, we're gonna get to a countdown of 10. All right. See, oh, look at all these guys with their tape measures. They're all ready to go. Everybody's got their tape measures out. See what I was telling you earlier, folks? Everybody's got their tape measures out, ready to point. Now, here's the deal. So, a lot of these guys are going to do the working side of the wall to get it out of the way because it's easy. Why is it easy? Because they're able to see what they were doing out there. So, then they'll take their time on the back side of the wall. Now, during that portion, now they've just begun, what they're going to do is when they go fill in this back side of the wall, this is the time when the mason and tender are allowed on the back side of the wall to actually do the work. Now they're allowed to go on the back side of that wall to actually do the void. So obviously you can't fill in those voids overhand. They're quite difficult. on stall 7 here, Eric. I'm gonna take a look here at stall 7. So. David, yes, you said you're going to lay more to the line and less to the level. You're going to a 3 leads for a start. Did you do that today?
I missed my mark.
Ah, come on. No, you didn't. You never miss your mark. Never say that. You're always on the mark. Hey, you're always on the mark in my eyes, my friend. Hey, great job out there. Just keep, hey, it's never over. All right, keep on out there, tool it up. I'll let you go, my friend.
I got 20 good more years in me.
That's what I love to hear. So do I. We'll see you in 20. We'll celebrate our retirement together.
Yes, sir.
All right, let's go see Manuel. Manuel, you're tooling up here pretty well. So you gonna see Aiden? Come on down here. We're gonna see Aiden today. I'm gonna ask that question one more time. So Manuel, we're gonna see Aiden out there in World Concrete?
Yes, sir.
For the World Championship SPEC BRICKLAYER 500?
Yes.
That's what we want? So you're gonna brag to him and see who's a better bricklayer?
Yeah.
All right, I wanna hear it. I'm wishing you luck. We'll count it up. You get those boys. How did your tender do today?
Good. He did a good job.
Good. So he's got another job for another day?
Yes.
All right, perfect. All right, as you see, he's using his hand, which he's filling up his voids, which is not uncommon right here. He's filling all his voids up beautifully. He's getting that all in. He's filling them up. Like I said, he's got 20 voids. And then after he gets done with his working side wall, he'll go on his back side of the wall because you're allowed to do that for the voids portion of it. As you see, his tender right here. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this here. Look at his tender. He is actually Jose. He's making little balls with the mortar. So Manuel can hold it perfectly in his hand, and he can actually put it right on into those voids. So I've not seen that in all the regionals I've ever done in all these years. Hey, it's a new classic technique. I'm liking it. You guys sorted that on the fly? Ah, just on the fly, you see? I wonder if someone else out there in the community in these next BRICKLAYER regionals are going to do this. So Manuel, how do you enjoy the SPEC BRICKLAYER 500? You like it?
Yes, sir.
I love it.
Yes, sir.
So you're ready to keep on doing it for more years to come?
Yes, sir.
Perfect. All right, I'll leave you alone now. Oh, look at this. Look at this guy on the back side of the wall. Look at that. Look how great and smooth those mortar joints are. He's filling all his voids up. He's brushing it off. No burlap is around. He's cleaning it all up. Cleaned it. Just tooling it in with his S-joiner. Perfect. He's getting his corners. There you go. Now, see, he started on his back side of the wall, looks like. So he's the only one. He took his time on his back side of the wall, which is the hardest side. Now he's going to work on his front. So he's the only one of this whole group out of 8 who actually started on his back side and now working on the working side of the wall. So he's got the technique. He got the hardest part done first, and then go into what he feels is the easiest, where to be less voids because he had more control. So really smart move from Burton Masonry, Patricio Hernandez, and his tender, Randy Larino. Sereno. You know what? Here's the thing. I do apologize, and I will get that. Well, wait, hold on a second. I see another guy making a ball of mud too. Hey, did you all work with Fred Campbell as well? No. Oh, well, there you go. Because I know Manuel did. I was wondering what's going on with these balls of mud you guys are slinging around. It's like a snowball. Hey, look, just don't throw it at us. Oh, look at him go. He is rocking it out. Look at that speed and technique. He's going. You can listen to that movement. I just kept my mouth quiet so you can listen to that. Watch this right here. Watch, look at Clint right here. Come on in. Let's get closer. Let's get closer. Get closer. Look at that intensity on that tender. Look at him. He's got his measuring. I'm gonna be quiet. He can hear the action. Pointed it out. Vince caught it. It's a great job by his tender. Now, Vince is using a different type of tool here. It's not atypical of an S-joint or a sled runner. It's more of a wooden dowel rod, which is giving him a more pointed edge and giving a nice concave turn on it. So he went from a typical S-joint to that nice wood. So you don't see that often. So he's using those wooden dowels, which is great. So he's probably the only one since I've seen here in the Southeast use these regionals, and I'm loving it. There you go. See, pointing it out. See, he's avoiding every void. That's going to help him win craftsman possibly. Because remember, voids, you can't be a craftsman if you got a lot of voids, even if you got 20 void allowance. It's really important. Look at this. So here you go. Vince Scott. Let's go down. Sellable wall. That's what he's trying to do. A sellable wall that would win that craftsman. Technique, skill. That's what it's about, not just speed. Zach has not touched his backside of the wall, so he probably has about less than 10 minutes left. He's going to rock it. He's really concentrating on his working side, which is what we saw a lot different in stall number 8. So it's going to be quite unique. See how he's going to run it. But he doesn't really have a lot of voids, so it should be fine. Now let's go take a look over here and guess what? We got Josh and Curtis here. He's filling on his voids. Filling it real nice. Okay, so I'm going to ask a question here too when he's done. I don't want to get too much in the way. Curtis.
We're at 10 minutes, 3 seconds in, 2 minutes to go.
Curtis, what is this right here? Curtis, what is this?
Homemade line block type deal.
Really?
Yeah.
See, that is so cool, folks, at home. So this is his line block. So did you guys use this today?
Yeah.
I didn't even see it.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm going to go back in the video, folks. So what does he do? He put this...
Yeah, he put his line through these holes.
Yes, sir.
Taught him to these screws. Had them on each side, and he just raised this up, raise it up.
That's been really helpful, huh?
Yeah.
That's pretty impressive.
Yeah.
I like it. Just notice that. I'm so sorry. Thank you so much for explaining that. All right, so let's go around the corner here. Let's go see what our friend here, Josh, has done on his back. Okay, we got 10 minutes left. 10 minutes left. 10 minutes left. So, gosh, 10 minutes left. He spent 10 minutes already on the front side. He's not done. And remember, you got the back side of the wall. He still has voids. He's going to have to fill a lot of that stuff up. See? That's amazing. So he's got to fill all that stuff up now. Got 8 minutes left on what I'm hearing.
8 minutes to go.
See, so he's got to get that back side of that wall now. So now you're going to see this man sweating right here. And his son's taking a cold drink.
Now, these guys are going to be completely done. So I'm going to need probably the loudest, the hardest applause I've ever heard.
Audience participation is going to be wonderful. Ready?
We knew the weather was going to be good, but we knew we were going to fight a lot of different things out here today. So really nice to see. Really nice to see how well these guys did with the obstacles that were in their place. Anyway,
Once again,
right after
come here.
this, we're going to bring some kids over from trade school.
He's got less than 8
Out in
minutes left,
Coastal
folks.
Tennessee, where
This Mason is going to have to work real hard here. He's going to have to really hit it hard because look at all these boys he's got to fill up. Heads and head joints. Now, hey, let's not say he's done because he's far from done. It's like football. You can still score a touchdown with 30 seconds left, right? Seen it happen to my Ravens. Lose and win. Okay, now, watch this. He's going to come back in here, and he's going to blow and go get all his boys out. He's going to kick that sled runner running through. He's going to fill it up. I'm sure when I come back here later, he's going to look nice and beautiful. But this is the technique that people use. Everybody does something a little bit different. So yet again, when you're competing out there, or you young Masons out there getting ready to compete, you got to follow these videos and use your technique and bring it on so you could be a regional winner and you could go off to the SPEC BRICKLAYER 500 World Championship in Las Vegas, Nevada, the World of Concrete, and ours coming up on January 19th, 2022.
The music back on? Sure. And then I'll play with you right now. We'll announce something. Somebody did. Right here in stall number 7, it looks like. Stall number 7, Mr. Vince Wright. As you can see, he's using a typical S joiner. You'll see right here, he's got a couple of big voids coming up, so it's going to be interesting to see if he's going to take the time to fill those in. He's only got about 6 minutes left, so he should have plenty of time. As you can see, he's using his bare hand. It's a guy who has lived and loved in the dirt. But stay tuned, because just as this competition is wrapping up and we're finding out who a winner is, we're actually going to take you over to a mini BRICKLAYER 500, right? So there's a big portion of this show that where you get to see these guys lay 500, 600, 700 brick. This is just going to be a small competition, only about a minute long, and we're actually bringing some kids from Crossville, Tennessee, from a trade college. These are kids that they saw an interest in masonry. They knew that they needed a good future ahead of them, and they found the perfect one for them. These kids have never laid a brick before. They are literally in Masonry 1. They know nothing more than what is a brick and what is a block, so it is going to be very, very fun.
here.
Last 2 minutes.
Now, folks, back at
1
home.
minute and 30
There,
seconds.
the last
to
minute
go.
here of tooling, last minute, but there is a caveat here. What is that caveat? Okay, so come here, check this out. Say he doesn't fill this and this in, right? A judge, according to our rules, SPECmix.com, if we take an S joiner, we can rake that back ourselves, and we can fill that void in. It's not deemed a void. So that's another way. So if we can fill in that void, it's not considered a void,
Final minute.
which is excellent. Now, I want to show you some folks. See right here, this might look like a big head joint, but it's really not, because when he puts the tool in, it's got to spin 360. That's a perfect size head joint. Let's go.
35 seconds to go. Get her brush, get her clean. We're giving away around $300 alone for the Top Craftsman Award.
$300 for Top Craftsman Award. So these masons are gonna rock it out and make it nice and clean. $300 cash day for the Craftsman Award. It's amazing. Plus a Marshalltown bag, our national sponsor, with an engraved trowel for Craftsman. Fantastic. Thank you, Marshalltown. Here comes the last 10 seconds. He's cleaning it up.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Join us down.
Great job, great job. Great job to all Mason centers out here today. Once again, folks, I want to stress how important it is to help back, give back to our community, our Masonry community out there. It is a wonderful industry to keep the industry strong. To keep that industry strong, folks, we've got to really get out there and support our young Masons. Get out there with our local Masonry apprenticeship programs, or also our Masonry organizations. Get out there, keep that industry strong, workforce development. And not only that, folks, get out there and compete at your local SPEC Bricklayer 500 Regional. So you, yes, you can compete for the world's best bricklayer competitions by SPEC out in Las Vegas, Nevada, World of Concrete. This coming January 19th, 2022, where a Mason and his tender are gonna get labeled the world's best bricklayer. Not only that, walk away with close to $100,000 of prizes and a brand new Ford F-250 pickup truck. Now Masons and tenders are done now. Comes to the final portion of that judging. Now with that, they're gonna do tip brick. They're gonna do bedded head joints, lift, chipped. There's a lot of things to go over here, folks. But yet we're gonna get a winner out here today. Someone's gonna be joining one of those 22 others, 21 others out there this coming January for the bragging rights and to be labeled the SPECmix world's best bricklayer. So the challenge is on. Are you ready to do it? Are you ready to take on our Tennessee champion? Well, let's go see. Get out there, log on, sign up. If you're not doing it this year, do it next year. Let's get you out there. Now, with that being said, with our final portion of judging, we're gonna be reviewing that, and then we're gonna take a little time to hang out with some of our future junior bricklayers, laying up some of our SPECmix training mortar. And yes, I mentioned it before, SPECmix training mortar. Let's get that out there to all your apprenticeship schools. Contact SPECmix, or go on to SPECmix Bricklayer 500 or SPECmixBricklayer.com. Look up your local regional rep, find out who that is, get in contact. We want to help you. So let us help you with your apprenticeship program, and we want to assist so we can make, once again, Masonry, keeping the industry strong. Let's get back to the action, judging. I'm gonna point something out, which is really cool. So let's go follow me here. While we go to some judges here. All right, so we got our judges here working. They're gonna decide who's gonna be our West Tennessee SPEC Mixed Bricklayer 500 Regional. So let's go see what happens. Let's go see what happens when you go to Las Vegas, Nevada, and you're a winner. You know, you laid all these beautiful walls out there. But what do you win? I don't know. Do you remember what we won? Let's go. Come this way. So, folks at home, come here. All right. Now, this is a Ford F-150. We give a Ford F-250. So imagine, this is a 150. This is Tracy Langston, our local Ford sponsor, Ford, our national sponsor from Springfield, Tennessee. Okay, let's go around. Let's get a beautiful shot. So, our winner at the SPEC Mixed Bricklayer 500 World Champion is going to win a Ford truck just like this. You can't beat it. Look at the inside. So, going around. Now, we're going to interview here our local Ford sponsors. Let's swing around this way. Come on over here. How you doing? I'm Ryan Coyne. I'm with SPEC Mix.
Real good. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Can I get your name?
My name is Adam Umocek
Hey,
from Tracy
Adam.
Langston Ford.
Adam, nice to speak with you. We need to speak up a little bit so everybody can hear
sorry.
you.
Hello.
So, this is so exciting. So, Adam,
Yes.
so tell us where you're from.
Springfield, Tennessee.
Wonderful. And your name and Ford dealership.
Tracy Langston Ford.
I knew, but I wanted to hear from you. Okay. So, we can't thank you so much for coming out here today. You know Ford is our national sponsor.
Yes, and we are very proud to be here today.
Thank you so much for being out here. Now, I gotta tell you, this is a beautiful truck.
Thank you. It is very beautiful.
I know there's so many great slogans out there, but this is a beautiful, beautiful truck. And it's built strong, and I tell you right now, I'm a Ford owner myself. And I want to say, wonderful, wonderful automobile.
Yeah, thank you. We're very proud of our products.
Well, I gotta tell you, we are proud of your product too. Now, I want to tell you something, I'm not sure if you know this, but each regional winner, there's 22 regional competitions throughout North America, over 100 teams competing for the bragging rights, but also be labeled the world's best bricklayer. But what do they win?
You win a brand new
$250.
250. That was it.
That is amazing, huh?
Yeah, it's very amazing.
And you know what? We can't thank Ford, but we can't thank our local Ford. So if you're in the Carolina region, you go see Tracy.
Yep.
Like at Springfield, Tennessee. You make sure you get out there and you see Adam and the great folks.
Yep, and I'll be very happy to help you.
And I gotta tell you, as our national sponsor, we stand behind your wonderful trucks and all the automobiles Ford makes. But I can't thank you enough for coming out this beautiful day to support our industry. It means a lot, because guess what? A lot of contractors out here, and they need trucks.
They do. Yeah, we make them for luxury and for work.
That is what, and Ford F-250 these days, they're pretty pricey, huh?
Yes, but they are very capable.
I know, what I mean by pricey is the winner gets a really nice price. That's what I was getting
Yes,
at.
very true.
I wasn't talking about, because it's worth all the money.
Yep.
It's worth every penny. What I'm saying is, the winner gets a great prize. That's what I'm saying.
Very
That's
true.
the price of it. They're getting a wonderful prize. Adam, can't thank you enough.
Thank you.
You are amazing. Ford's amazing. Folks, come on out there. Adam, say your name and your company again.
Tracy Langston Ford in Springfield, Tennessee.
Thank you, Adam, and thank you so much for your company and all your support.
Thank you.
Have a great day.
You too.
Okay. Well,
Nobody lays overhand anyway. Just gonna waste your time.
okay.
Go ahead.
Folks, what we have here is part of our workforce development. Get our young masons out there to come into here learning about the trade. It's a wonderful opportunity. We got our SPEC Mix Training School mortar that we give away to our schools out there throughout North America to teach our young masons how to lay masonry. And I gotta tell you, we got some great people out here helping us. So we have Tennessee College of Applied Technology out here today. So can I get your name, sir?
Kenny Long.
I'm sorry?
Kenny Long.
Kenny Log?
Long.
Kenny, nice to meet you. Mind if I call you Kenny?
Right.
Thank you so much, Kenny. My name is Ryan Klein. I'm a SPEC Mix. I can't thank you enough for coming out here today.
I know
So
you're eating,
Tennessee
I know you're
College of
talking,
Applied
I know
Technology.
you're
So
looking
you
at the
teach
wall.
local masons?
But
Wonderful.
we got a
You
couple
know, I
of kids
just got
out of
done
trade
talking
school
to a young
in
mason
Clarksville, Tennessee. They're going
who
to get a
actually
little mini
started
bricklayer shot.
many years ago.
So if you want to see what the future of this
Of
looks like, you can meet me
Alabama,
on the
Scottsdale.
left-hand side of the stage if you were looking at
He
it.
said they had over 30 years ago over 50 apprenticeship programs. And now he only has 8. 8 left. So 8 left. So with that being said, we need people like you to keep our industry strong. I can't thank you enough, sir.
We people in my class, and they.
You know what, I'm going to turn down the music down real quick because I can't turn down that music. Sorry, and I do apologize. Because, you know, I don't want us to talk over there. You got a wonderful to talk about.
They hadn't started brick yet. They ain't laid a first brick yet. They've been learning how to lay block first. So this is going to be huge. But
Very understandable. Now, I do apologize because we had the music blast in the background, and talking to Kenny from Tennessee College of Applied Technology. We were talking about workforce development. Kenny's out here getting our young masons, keeping our industry strong. He's working with these masons, teaching them the block foundation first, then moving to brick. It's about technique and style and understanding the art of masonry. This is a great opportunity Kenny's giving back to his community. And we were just talking a few minutes ago with Vince Wright from Wright Masonry. He was a young mason, started his Skills USA, worked out as a tender and an apprentice and a laborer, and now he owns his own company. Great opportunity. We were talking about all those trade schools in Alabama that in the last 3 years it just went down to 8, and now we got to get that back up. And Kenny, you do. So what do you have to say about that?
Well, I've been a mason for 30 years.
Thank you so much.
And I worked for contractors, you know, and commercial work. And I was ready to retire, and they wanted me to teach this class. I said, I'd like to. And it's really enjoyable seeing these young guys interested in it, and trying my best to bring masonry back across, you know, everywhere, but especially across. And we're getting a pretty good start.
Like shaking a hand.
Well, I want to tell you, Ken, what we want to do. I mean, a lot of our national sponsors and a lot of everybody in the masonry community across the board really want masonry to thrive and get our kids out there, SPEC Mix especially, which is a division of the butchery companies. We're very supportive of this trade, and we want to participate and help. So with your school program, we want to make sure you got our SPEC Mix training school mortar, no charge. So you guys can use it and reuse it all over again. These masons can practice with it. So we want to make sure you're taking care of Kenny. And not only that, we have local reps throughout North America, and they can go on SPECNIX.com, look up your local rep, and any schools you need like that, you let us know. We want to help. Also, even the art of masonry, there's a lot of things going behind masonry, not just bricklaying, but ASTM codes and other things, and cleaning and testing. So we want to be out there to help them. We could do some PowerPoints and teach these young kids that it's just not laying brick, it's also art and technique. And we want to be there for you and the rest of the community.
I mean, it's hard work with good money.
It's excellent money. And you know, I bet you started off as a young apprentice.
I started out as a laborer.
As a laborer. And then look at you. Now you're retired, living the dream.
Well, my dream, but I'm still living.
There you go.
In a van down by the river.
Hey, that's what's all.
But I enjoy really teaching these young kids how to do it.
We can't thank you enough. And you know, so let's go to the action. So these young kids, and where are they from?
Well, introduce yourself.
Fentress County, Jamestown, working everywhere.
Yeah, a little bit of everywhere.
Yeah.
And so how long have you been playing around with masonry?
Starting September.
So you're a newbie this month. So you're in, and how are you enjoying it?
I love it.
Wonderfully. Now, I do want to tell you, so what do you think about the competition out here today?
It's fun to watch.
So here's the deal. How about you learning this trade with Kenny and his folks, right? And there are a lot of masons out here now own their own company, starting exactly where you were and where Kenny was. And for all you folks at home, which is great, is you're just starting. Now think about, you're going to go out there and you're going to earn a great living, hard work but great living, a trade that's always going to be there for you for the rest of your life that you can use anywhere from personal to professional. Then on top of that, have a little fun. And what's the little fun? Besides making money and working hard, coming out to an event like this and competing. Because today, someone's going to go off to Las Vegas, Nevada to compete for the world's best bricklayer, and they're going to win a Ford F-250 pickup truck. Multi-quit mixers. You could do that one day. And the one thing is, Kenny, one thing I want to say is, we have so many of these Skills USA competitions and so on. Vince Wright here, you should also talk to Vince Wright too. He's a protege, he came up from that. Work hard, and now he owns his own company. And it's amazing, it's a great living. So I wish you the best of luck. So what are you gonna do here today for us?
2 minutes, Ryan.
2 minutes, okay, explain it, Will.
2 minutes.
Explain what they're doing, Will.
So we're gonna give him 2 minutes to lay as many brick as humanly possible. We are super excited to see this because again, I don't believe he's had any practice laying brick yet, right? Just a little bit of practice laying block, all right? So really gonna be fun to see how this goes. I guess more than anything, it's really fun to see what the future of the industry is gonna look like, right? All right, so we're gonna count down from 5, all right? And you can cook that trowel in the mud. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Take your time, take your time.
Yep, gosh.
So his mud's got a little bit
mud.
dry on him. He's
Mud.
gonna need to get that shook up a little bit.
It's more muddy. Start laying, start laying. Put the mud back here.
He's only about 30 seconds in. He's got him a nice bed joint going. His mud got just a touch dry on him, so it didn't want to come off the trowel very well. But he's found a way to overcompensate for that. Look, again, this is something that exceptionally difficult to teach. He was able to put, oh, you're not the right guy. He was able to put a buttered head joint on this brick to be ready for the next one going on. Again, something pretty impressive for a guy that's never touched one before. It's about halfway.
Look at that, Will. He's following his line. Really good too.
You gotta stay right on
Hey, look at that. He's following his line really well too. Well trained. Look at that. See how he scooped that mortar off that bed joint, threw it right back on the pan. He's already knows how not to waste mortar. What is mortar? Money.
About 30 seconds to go. See if he can finish out this bed joint. That'd be perfect for him.
Come on, Cody.
15 seconds. Let's see if this last brick's gonna get on there. Having a little bit of trouble with the lime putty to getting it to stick. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Trowel down. I like it. It's okay. Wow. Good job. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 brick. 8 brick. Very well done. Let's get this shook up a little bit, Jonathan, if we can. While we're doing this, Ryan, if you don't mind interviewing the next one, Ryan Coyne. Okay. Okay, well, Jonathan, if you don't mind.
I didn't know you were told.
So is Will Scott going to be doing this? Oh, he's cleaning up.
Will you do me a favor?
Yes.
Let's interview this next guy while we
Let's
get cleaned
go.
up.
Wonderful. All right. Who am I interviewing? What's your name?
Armando Gomez,
Armando Gomez. Nice to meet you. Now, Armando, where are you training out of?
TCAT, Prosper.
Wonderful. Well, thank you so much for coming out here, Armando. Now, how long have you been laying these?
I started in September.
September as well. Now, you heard me talk earlier about how great the industry is, correct?
Yep.
And we can't thank you enough for trying and getting involved in it. Now, I know you're new and you're getting ready to start. And there's a lot to learn, but it's so exciting. Now, just like all of us, we started somewhere in life at this very young age, And I'm going to tell you, it's a wonderful opportunity to learn. And great teachers right here, they're going to teach you how to lay an art that you'll never forget and always can use no matter what, professionally and personally. Wonderful trade. So we're looking forward to seeing your skills out here while you learn in 30 days and see if you can beat your partner over here. Hey, doesn't matter. You know what? I heard a lot of these Masons out here today. Just go out and have fun. Take my time and enjoy it, because you know what? It's a learning experience. And I'm just glad that you took the first step of learning it and walking into the streets. And I hope next year, when we have our junior bricklayer one day, you'll be competing in that. Then competing in the SPEC BRICKLAYER 500 regional. And hopefully coming on after Las Vegas with us. At the World's Best Bricklayer Championship, so you can win that Ford F-250 at the championship. Imagine that. It's a pretty cool thing how to get involved in, right? You thought it was all about working hard, huh? You never knew you could win stuff. That's it. Well, I gotta tell you. Well, I think they were ready. Now remember, take your time, relax, no pressure, enjoy it. They're learning. That's the best thing. And guess what? They're always gonna learn every day. So enjoy, show up your skills, and hey, stay in the industry. You're gonna love it.
Thank you.
All right. In three, 2, 1, light. Something you don't often see from kids this age at this experience level is the ability to cut and pat this mortar. He's really taking his time. He's making sure he's got a good amount on the trowel, comfortable for him to be able to spread. Right now, for it to come off easily, he's actually tapping the brick. You don't see that often on a job site. Typically, these guys will make a motion almost like shaking a hand and letting it roll off the trowel. Again, this mortar they're using is a line putty. It's a mortar that SPEC provides for these training schools to be able to use over and over. It's a mortar that'll never actually set up. Whoop. He got his hand kind of hard right there at the beginning, but he took the time to lift it up, gently set it on the brick, keeping his thumb away from that line. Yep.
Now look at his partner helping him out.
It's coming in close to a minute. It's about halfway through. He's got a pretty good pace.
Now I see a Mason and a tender team here going on.
Yeah, I know, right?
That's what I see, a Mason and tender team now. I think we got our next regional competitors next year. A lot of training you got ahead of you. 7 days a week?
7 days a week. 30 seconds left.
Sorry.
Can I get a ticket for...
Oh.
Wee little man. So cute. You just want to fold them up, put them in your packet. All right, 10 seconds to go.
10 seconds.
About to clean it up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Trowels down.
All right.
All right, well done. Let's hear it for him. Goodness gracious.
Now, I want to say one thing. I heard you all are in the carpenter program.
Yeah.
Carpenter program. And now you're in masonry.
Yeah.
How you liking this?
I like it better.
So
Yeah.
you like this better? Hey, every trade's important. I don't care what trade you're in. I'm just glad that you found a trade you enjoy, because you know what? We need all the trades in this world. But I'm just glad that you like masonry over that. That's exciting.
You can tell them the truth, Ryan. The trades are exceptionally important all the way around.
Across, yes, of
But
course.
anyone can cut a 2x4. It's your first experience. Feels weird, right? Awkward in your hand. Trowel manipulation's a whole lot harder than it looks when you watch these guys out here.
Money's better too.
And the money's better. That's right.
Here
So
you go.
good. If you're planning for your future, you're in the right place. Did you guys have anybody else that might want to take a shot at it?
Anybody else?
I'll take a shot at it.
Oh, here we go. Yes.
Let's get a little bit of water and clean these
You want me to
up.
clean this off?
You do know you have to get interviewed if you're doing this, though, right?
Yeah, I don't care. It's okay. I do it whatever.
All right.
Let me clean these bricks off.
Nope. He said leave. Eric said leave it. You want to leave?
Oh,
What do you want to do?
I don't know. She's laid before, man.
Okay, we're gonna clean them up.
She might do some damage here.
Well. Okay, so coming this way, Eric. So we're gonna do a quick interview. All right, so what's your name?
It's a face we've seen before,
My
by
name's
the way.
Athena.
I'm sorry?
Athena.
Athena, so nice to meet you. I'm Ryan with SPEC Mix. So Athena, Will's been saying you've done this before?
Yes.
How many times have you done it before?
Like all summer with my dad.
All summer with your dad?
Summer.
Yeah, my fault.
All right, who's your dad?
Oh, come on, make a
Come
way
on in
for it.
here. Come in here, Dad. All right, yeah, that's what I love to hear, my friend. That is awesome. So
Daddy sleeps in, daughter goes late for him when he doesn't make it to work in time.
I tell you,
I don't remember who asked me
so
now.
you are keeping this industry strong. Tina, you ready to get out there one day?
No, I'm actually not gonna do it.
No?
No, this is
But
no.
I bet you what you can do.
This is backbreaking.
But here's this is the fun part. What's awesome? When you get ready to buy your own house, you can build your own house with that trade, right?
That is right.
That is right. So when you're out there and you go, you know what? I'm not going to hire that mason. I'm going to lay my own brick. And Dad, you can hang out,
I got my dad.
have a cold one, and watch me work.
I'll hang your corner post.
Yep, there you go. Well, Athena, I tell you, it is backbreaking workplace. It's a great living. You can make a lot of great money doing it. And I understand. So whatever path you take, I love it. But I can't wait to see you out here. So how old are you, Athena?
14.
14 years old? Wow. See, I got two girls. I got one 18 and one 15 who seems to be 60. So I know what they're saying about backbreak work because I make them work too. So I know, Dad, you're doing the right thing. Okay.
100,000
do you
people
get?
watching. We've
sorry?
got every
How long do you
labor
get?
law there was.
You get 2 minutes.
We're
Are
all
you asking
going
for
down.
less? Oh, okay. Because I didn't know if you were that, you're being all strong here, so I want 1 minute.
Use
to
9.5
show up.
or bigger.
Huh?
Use 9.5 or bigger.
Okay, Athena, I'll let you get to work. It was so nice meeting you. Thank you for some of that. Thank you, Dad. I appreciate it. You guys are awesome. Okay, Athena's getting ready to start. Who's got the timer?
That's me. In 5, 4, 3, 2, lay.
See what Athena's doing, she's making her bed joints. You know, she's in her bed, she's gonna pop up that brick.
She's staring down the barrel of 28 seconds. Still got about 3/4 of the total time she has left.
Where's the lamp? Looks like a lamp's gonna happen.
Yeah, I think it is.
That's lamp.
I want to ump the Andy to 3 minutes. Just kidding. For like all the next time.
Yeah, all the brick.
All the brick.
Want all the brick.
I want every brick plate. So I can, you want 5 minutes so I can have so I can clean up more.
1 minute. 1 minute to go.
Look at that.
Hurry up, go.
He's got a level.
As a mortar salesman, nothing makes me happier than her cutting that and dropping it right on the ground. Train all your guys to do that.
Put it on there like a bazooka. That's what we tell you. Put it on there like a bazooka.
Down to our last 30 seconds.
Hurry up. Little pig and dip. Hurry up, big lace on the other side too.
Oh, stop.
Huh, you almost grabbed the mortar.
Last 10 seconds.
She's good.
See if she's gonna have time to put any more in that wall. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Trowels down. All right, time to count.
Tina.
Oh,
Count it over.
Tina. 1,
So what do you think you did?
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Huh?
How do you
The
think you
number to
did?
beat, ladies and gentlemen.
I think you did great.
It went.
Dad, Dad, come on. Yeah, a little trick of the trade, right? We're going to teach her next time, for next year, is not the full head joint, the clip joint. For the competition.
For this
right?
competition.
For this competition. Now, you know one thing, though, in Masonry, when you build a wall, you got to do a full head joint, which is right here. And the reason why that is for water penetration, because you don't want the water getting to the back. So according to all tech notes, you got to have a full bench open. For this competition, you got to clip it, and that gives you speed, right? So next time, clip it and lay it, right? Yes. So, all right, tools to the trade of the competition. Lay more brick. That is awesome. You're amazing. So I can't wait for next year. Great job. Hey, by the way,
I know we're not all done.
We gotta make sure Dina gets a shirt and a hat before we leave.
Yes, we are gonna make sure.
Dina, you come and see Will here before we leave.
Brianna, you don't try it?
I saw.
She said,
all right, step up.
There you go. You're stepping in. All right, now, how old are you? 9? That is awesome. Now, what's your name? Joshua. That is an awesome name. So, Joshua, where are you from? Dixon, Tennessee. So you're really close by. So, who's competing today for you? Who you come to see? Lopez Construction. All right. How do you think they did today? Good. Well, I'm hoping they're going to win. Now, Joshua, have you ever laid a brick before? You have? Even better. Joshua, I can tell you right now, I'm so happy you're out here trying. We're going to clean up this brick and let you get at it. So we're going to give you 2 minutes to lay the most brick you can. So what grade is a 9th grader, a 9-year-old in these days? 4th grade? Wow. So school's almost over with, right? I tell you, doing good in school? Awesome. Keep up those good grades and have lots of fun. School, as I always say, is cool. All right. So
it rhymes, so it has to be true, Joshua.
If it rhymes, it's right. So, and I'm right, and I'm always right. And that B is bothering me. All right. So now, you know, use a trowel, right? You know, use that more, right? All right. Now I gotta tell you. You get out there, Joshua, give it all you got, have fun. Again, let's see how you do. Stay away from that darn big. I guess he likes more. What's up with the
A good offense is the best defense for all you people at home.
Well, I guess well, good job of trying to kill him.
A phone call later, isn't it?
All right, now we're gonna get a phone call from the B community.
Yeah.
All right, Joshua, we'll get you in there. Have fun, my friend. All right, have fun. High five it. All right, man. You got it. Rock it out.
All right. Josh, my man, I don't want to make you nervous, but there's probably a lot of pretty girls in your class who are watching you do it right now, okay? And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, lay.
The wifey went down.
Huh? Well, I think it's still recorded.
Good job. Good job.
About 30 seconds in, might be time to start laying some brick.
There you go. Put it on. And go put the BRICKLAYER.
Perfect. All right. He's about a minute in and his first brick hit the line perfectly.
Get the next one. Get the next one. You run out of time.
Got about 50 seconds to go.
There you go.
Yeah, got him a little clip joint on there.
There you go. That's good.
Tapping that front down, perfect. Cutting it flush, nice. He's got his last 30 seconds.
One more in there.
Oh, he's got time for more than one, eh?
Yeah.
Get you another one.
Doing good. Sorry, get a little more different. Gotta get dirty sometimes. Alright.
Down to the last 10 seconds, I bet he can put one in.
That's a hustle.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Perfect. Let's hear it for him. Joshua.
All right, Joshua.
Good job.
Great job, Joshua. Awesome job, man.
All right.
I can tell you right now. Should I try it?
Nah. I actually would have enjoyed watching that.
Appreciate it, man. Good job. Georgia, you got plenty of time practice. You did a great job. So I gotta tell you, you get out there, next thing you'll be running the show. Matter of fact, then you can do what I'm doing. You get to speak all the time. You like to speak in public?
Yeah.
Perfect.
All right. I feel like I've seen this one way before, hadn't I? Why not? Better question. We probably still got about 30 minutes before they finish up this judging, so we got time for a couple more, and then we can give away some of these TVs, some cash. We got some sponsors we got to thank. Yeah, somewhere. I don't know. Oh, right there by here. Somebody stole. Oh, I know he is. Squirming in his seat.
Okay, let's get back to the judging here real quick and see what's going on with all the judging. And I think we're coming down to the final end of our judging here.
Hey, how you guys coming?
We
got these 2 walls to do.
We got the last 2 walls doing with our tip brick. Now, so anyway, so what we got here is our judges. So now just point out what we're trying to do here. So our judge is sitting here and he's looking at the tip brick, and this might not be tip. It just kind of looks off, but they're gonna check with our scale. Okay, so it's showing us a 1/4 of an inch. Okay, see right here. It says a 1/4 of an inch. It's stopping a 1/4 inch.
Go to the one right of that too, Steve.
And that passes. Of course, it's a 1/4 inch. Now, just because of the off center of the brick, but the brick could be late because the brick might be slightly off. So, okay, now that's showing a 3/8. Nope, 1/4. Now it's locked in a 1/4. So it's locked in as a 1/4.
Go above also. Left. Then go to the one left of that too.
So as you can see,
You heard the left.
Yep.
this is really tedious, but yet such good work what we do. Make sure we have the right regional winner go off to the SPEC Mixed Bricklayer 500 World Championship. So an 1/8 of an inch is good. So they're measuring, and like I said, it could be the brick just slightly off, but yet the mortar bed could be just right. So they're gonna measure it up. They're gonna put it on there.
Locked in on a 1/4. He's
1/4.
chasing it.
It's chasing indeed. So that means that he's passing for that. So as you can see, these guys are checking every angle. You see all the cutouts right here. They're making sure everything is perfectly in line to make sure those brick are not tipped. Now, I'm not telling you whose stall this is because that's not fair, but this circle is identifying a large bed joint. So this bed joint, this is 25-point brick deduction will be taken out the final count. So we were able to take our tool and spin it 360 degrees. It gets circled and it'll be notated. Now there's only one bed joint per course, and it goes for basically on both sides, work side and the back side of the wall. So unfortunately this wall right here, it's got a 25-point deduction. Now I'm gonna go down, that's been circled. It's on the same course, and he had the same thing happen here on the same course. Now, they don't get dinged twice. They only get dinged once on that course. And they'll go to the next course, and they'll judge it. So what we have here, Steve is going around, keep on going into the action here. Measuring, got an 1/8 of an inch, which is passing. Now that's holding out a 3/8. Now, like I said, he's going to check now the bottom just to double check to make sure that he is going to be in line. It's covering at a 1/2 inch. So it's now deemed a tip brick. Now I'm not telling you whose stall this is, but as you can see is measured from the top, it was off. They went back to the bottom, they scraped it, and they double checked to the top. And that was deemed a tip brick, folks, at home. So it kind of helps everybody wondering what we're judging. And you can see that slope right there. That's what's causing that tip brick. Once again, not talking about whose stall this is, just explaining the process of judging.
This one.
Alright, for anybody else that wants to play, I'm going to leave the bricks, the mortar, and the trowels up here. For everyone else in the crowd,
Tip brick are the most common deductions besides bedded head joints. That being said, with the tip brick, the backside of the wall, the most common. Now, Sam, would that be a correct assessment? The backside of the wall is the most common?
Yeah, it'd be harder to, can't really see that side as well.
So this is probably the hardest part of the judging, I think, huh? The longest, at least.
Tip? Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, this is every brick. So here we go, coming down. This is very tedious, and like I said, I'm not gonna mention whose wall this is, but it's a great example of what we measure for all the future bricklayers. So, 3 tip brick on the back side of the wall. Now on the front side of the wall, you have no tip brick. Hey, do you guys check the front side of the wall?
Not yet.
Oh, I'm sorry, take that back. Front has not been checked. All the judges convening here, and head joints are unlimited. So they got one head joint which is a little too. Oh, actually, I do apologize. It says okay. They made a mark that said it was okay. They couldn't spin it. See, that's a good thing that we always double check to make sure we have the right winner.
Listen, you can give me one line from your favorite rap song. I will be happy.
All right, folks, at home, we're going to come this way real quick because this is really important that we give some recognition to our national sponsor. Stabila. Stabila is our national sponsor levels. Every regional Mason's getting one level, and same as the national level. Hey, how you doing? I'm Ryan Coyne. I'm with SPEC division of the Quick Tree Company. How are you doing?
Sam Walton.
Sam, nice to meet you, sir.
Sam Walton, Mr. Bill.
Oh, wonderful. Thank you so much, Sam. On behalf of SPEC Quick Tree Companies, we can't thank you enough for all your support, both regionally and most importantly nationally.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much.
Absolutely.
Now,
I love to be out here.
oh, we appreciate you being here. It's a beautiful day, too.
Yes.
Now,
Some days it's raining, some days it's like this.
but I got to tell you, we'll take all the days we can get as long as we're still here selling and working masonry, right?
right.
I hear
That's
you. Now, Stabila, I've been following Stabila for a really long time. As a national sponsor and also here locally, regionally, you guys have been supporting. We can't thank you enough.
Right.
So, tell us a little bit about Stabila and what you're doing out here today, all regionals and nationally.
Absolutely. Stabila is German engineered. Comes out of Germany. Lots of things. This one is for masonry. It's got a bump stop. Blow shield right here. This is for the guys who are not supposed to hit it with their trowel, but they always do. Just for masonry. We also have a top reed. All of our valves are top reed. So that when you got those low blocks and you need to get down there, you can just look at it. You don't have to get on the ground. Also have folding rules, also have lasers.
Now,
All
Sam,
of it's German engineered.
Sam, my question about the vials themselves.
Yes.
I heard a rumor about a warranty on those things. Was there a warranty on the vials?
Yes. So if you'll look here, I got a breakdown. A lot of our competition, it just clips right in. So if you drop it, it's going to clip right out. So what we do, it's an injection mold. It keeps it in place. It keeps it level, even if you drop it. Even if you drop it off the scaffolding, like most of the time is happening. So yes, there is good warranty on that.
That's what I heard. And another thing too, with our Stabila levels here, I mean, they're actually pretty good impact too from dropping, I heard.
Right, absolutely. We say drop it, do whatever you need to do. You can still read it. Valves aren't going to break. They're not going to pop out. Built for the job site.
That is amazing. German engineering here. Stabila, our national sponsor. Can't thank you enough.
Thanks for having us out here.
Oh, love to have you. I can't wait to see our next regional. Now, I gotta say one thing. A lot of the Masons are getting 3 levels.
Right.
That's a mate for the
We
beating.
give each team a 2-footer. And then the winner will get a 4-footer when they get to Vegas.
Amazing. Now, folks at home who are getting ready to compete this year, 2021 for your regional and hopefully 22 and our national level. Stabila, our national champ, Sam, and all the folks at Stabila. We can't thank them enough for all their support. Wonderful German engineered levels, quality product. Go out there, go online Stabila, see your local Stabila rep, see also your local distributors as well.
Exactly.
And get your Stabila level. And also, I'm telling you, I've seen Stabila for many, many years, and their levels are top notch in the community, especially in construction. And
They're top level, pun intended.
Love it, Sam.
Thank
you so much. I look forward to seeing you on next regional.
Absolutely.
And I hope I see you at the World of Concrete.
Yes.
Oh,
See you all there.
wonderful. Thank you so much, Sam.
Thank you, guys.
Okay, folks. While they're finishing up the judging criteria, the last stall, they're on the very last stall. We're going to have our winner scene. But here, let's check some of the action possibly with our winners. We're playing some games out here, folks. Okay. So, a real quick overview, real fast, what's going on. So, what we have here, big zoom out of our audience. What we're doing here is we're going to have our heads and tails games of all our people here. They're going to win a TV for audience participation. This is wonderful. So this is get everybody involved to keeping that industry strong and give it a lot of fun to this wonderful event. And then we're going to do another event. This is a quick little shot here of what's going on at this event and also what's going to be on our future Southeast regional events. Each location may be different, but this is today's wonderful give back to our community, for the Mason community. So let's move on to the judging portion, see where we're at.
Head stays, head stays so far.
Okay, folks, we are done with our judging. The judging is done. They're tallying the points. They're tallying the scores. We can't show the scores yet.
Don't show the score.
We gotta do a crash.
And they got to work on the craftsman, but I think they got themselves a winner. This is still double check the craftsman award here. It's going to be really interesting to see who is going to win. These judges are narrowing it down.
So it's between these two. So 5 and 6. And 3 spots. All right. And 9. This one.
Okay, so 5, 6, 9. They're narrowing it down to 3 walls that could be craftsmen. 3 walls that could be craftsmen. So, folks at home. So the judges are double checking. So what usually happens, who lays the most brick with 0 deductions is automatically deemed with craftsman winner. If there is nobody who lays over 500 brick with no deductions, then what happens is they go to the next criteria, who laid the most brick with 1 deduction, they would be deemed craftsman, and then so on. If it's a tie, it's going to be deemed by a third-party masonry contractor who is not involved with anybody, not associated, would also deem the most sellable walls craftsman. So it's kind of a unique process, but we want to make sure we have the best mason, gets that prestigious award of craftsman, top craftsman winner, which they're going to get a Marshalltown etched trowel, label himself craftsman winner. Also, the first place winner is going to get a Marshalltown etched trowel, being a first place winner, and each first, second, third place winner is going to get a Marshalltown bag. Marshalltown, our national sponsor. So as they go on, our judges, they're looking at the final 3 stores. They're going to be the top craftsman award winner, and then we're going to have our winner here in the very near future. I think within the next 5 minutes or less.
Oh, we didn't get rid of very many on that, did we? Yeah, you might have almost walked away with one. Snuck in there. Seriously. All right, raise your hand to the left. I think I see you all right now. All right, go ahead and make some more positions.
I'll check these walls out and see what comes next.
I may have
Which ones, Brian?
And here we go.
Did that one have any deductions?
Yeah, one. They both have one.
Well, that makes it.
1, 2, 3, 4.
We come this way.
You do? Are you playing the game?
So what we have here is.
You gotta quit talking to me.
So what we have here is you have 2 walls that are eligible for craftsmanship.
All right, you
They
ready?
both laid over 500 brick. They both have 1 deduction each. So it comes down to who has the most sellable wall. So that's why they're all reconvening right now. So we have that right winner.
I don't have the names. I got those. Ladies and gentlemen, somebody could be taken away on this flip depending on how it lands. And here we go.
Oh, thank you. Thank you, man. Thank you so much for doing that.
I'm gonna need you to read me what this says.
Where's he going?
Tails wins the team. I need you to stay right here with me. I'm gonna need somebody to grab a picture of this. Yeah.
Kill it!
No, I don't care if they can text it to us. It doesn't make any difference to me. Jimmy said I'll climb up here and stand right beside it so we can snap the page. We can see on how much time we have left. Mr. Tillett, ballpark time on judging. Oh, you know what that means. I'm going to snap a pic of him real quick. Y'all stay in here tight. We got one more to give away because we only got about 5 minutes before we find out. If you have not got a t-shirt, I need you to come see me. We've got plenty of extras. I want to make sure most of you go home with something. I'll judge your character and decide whether you deserve one or not. Take a shot at this. We're going to give a big thanks to EFI for this TV. They donated a little bit late in the game, but we were able to use that money to buy a second TV. So big thanks to EFI, Equipment Finance. Yeah! We're going to I'm going to go ahead and pre-cut the sleeves off on the board. They'll be ready. Yeah, you'll be mowing the lawn in a heartbeat in that shirt. All right, quickly. Assume the position. Trying to put them all together here. And here we go. Does that? Oh, you gotta make that decision. You're gonna like that decision. Head stays, tail's gone. Last minute guess. Pretty good, pretty good, pretty good. Tighten up if you're still playing. Out of the way if you're not. I'm going to need everyone to assume the position. Looks like we're pretty much there. Sir, if you win this today, you should sell the TV, take the cash, and buy an assortment of stock for your family. That way you're never going to be stuck with the same old white South. Everyone's assumed. They're flipping the coin, right? Apparently, tails are not always not tails. Go ahead and assume it real quick. It looks like we are getting exceptionally close.
He did. You want to call him or text him? He said call.
Yeah, looks like we look good.
Got it.
Pero yo no sé ni cómo, bueno, la neta no sé ni cómo pinche allá. Pero yo estoy, si me lo pidan.
All right, everybody's ready, it looks like. Here we go. What's the two down left? Raise your hand one second. No, I'm looking at it. Okay, perfect. Go ahead and assume that position. Here we go. Tails again. 2 tails in a row.
was just told that on this piece of paper we're going to find out who's going to be named West Tennessee's best bricklayer. So you get a free trip to Vegas against the 27 best in the world. Let's flip this coin 3 times. Get you guys a winner and get you out of here, all right? Charging. Let me see the position one more time. Heads. Head stay.
Yeah, I think.
Looks like it has a
18, I think.
Wait.
Yeah, it's got the thing on.
charging and going down.
I don't know if I can trust anything. All right, last one. Not trusting. Is it just you two? Is that it? All right, last clip. Ready? Tails? You can't both be tails. Y'all gotta work this out somewhere. Somebody's gotta win. Tails takes the TV. Oh, shizzle, that is just right. Deserved. Come on, work so. Yeah, let the fans. We'll get everybody together around. We're about to announce some winners. Mr. Tiller, can you give me what they ordered?
Okay, folks at home, we're going to announce our first, second, third wrestling winners.
Eric, will you let me know what you need? Visuals. Okay. It's time to find out. Listen, before we do, we've said a lot of thank yous today, but there's certainly not enough. Can we get a big round of applause for all the local sponsors and the national sponsors that came out to the show? It's been really, really fantastic to deal with. Again, we're going to name Standing Stone Nursery and Jackson Masonry by name at this moment because, again, they've cleaned all this out for us. They're letting us do it. They're cleaning it up. They're throwing it away. They're just taking care of so much. That makes these kind of events possible. So, big round of applause to our sponsor here for the lot. And if that's okay with you, I think it's time for us to announce the winner. Ryan Goin, can you do me a favor and turn down this music real quick for me? In third place, from Nashville, Tennessee, Mr. Edward Lopez Constructions, Juan Sanchez Rivera and his tender, Justin White.
You have a TV in your room.
What's the difference?
We have a TV in that shop.
How? Yeah, they took them down here before we started. Probably need a good old-fashioned handshake. Yeah. All right, Senator. Roll that for me. So stand up here and I'll shake somebody's hand. All right, big round of applause. The competition I saw off today, that's incredibly impressive. Third place.
Who is he?
Great job, Juan.
Oh, okay. No, I'm taking these.
Moving on
Just to have.
Go get me in front of the Ford
to
truck.
second place. Install number 1 from Crossville, Tennessee, Mr. Josh Talent and his Mason Curtis Collins. Wow. That adjusted count was just under 600 bricks. That is incredible. That's adjusted. That's absolutely incredible.
Well, you only got 11 left.
11. Oh.
You didn't give me back.
Yeah, let's do it again. One more time. Next award is a craftsmanship award. I'm gonna do a little digging. Install number 6, Mason Vince Wright and Tender Clint Wright out of Section, Alabama, Wright Masonry. While they're walking up there, we'll just let you know this is really one of our most coveted awards. It's what keeps this industry going. It's the craftsmanship, the artistry. It's why people want to build with it. It's why architects want to spec it and owners want to put it on all their buildings. So this is kind of one of the really important ones for us. Found it. And good luck cashing it.
They won't let anybody in that new shop.
And now for your SPEC Mix Bricklayer 500 National Champion. Look at this. Look how slow he is walking off this stage. He must have counted. He must have counted how many brick he had in his wall. Because I wouldn't be getting too awful far. Stall number 6 again, Mr. Vince Wright. Is headed to Vegas with this tender. Going good, buddy. Vince. Yeah, y'all got a lot to hold for this last one. We're going to probably go ahead and sign off on the live stream. No, we're not going to sign off. We just want to keep this party going, I guess. I'll even hold this one.
Nice. Nice choice.
Hold my chalk, Heston.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, come on, everybody. That's really, really good. Adjusted count of 625 brick after deductions. Absolutely incredible job. Who's right? Right.
Might have a little tip to it.
If you were here and you did not get a t-shirt, you want a t-shirt, I'm going to bring them up here to the front. I'm going to let you guys think through, okay? Just give me 1 second. I'm going to do an interview. In fact, maybe I will grab somebody else to do that. Sam Brader.
Great
Sam
job.
Brader. Can you stop working and come help toss out some t-shirts for guys that might want some?
Sam, I'll do it. Sam, I'll do it.
Where'd he go?
Couple more years.
Anything specific to ask him?
Hey, picture.
Oh, picture.
No.
I'm gonna give him a smile, please.
Get both of them.
Oh, this guy.
Upside down.
Ready?
Upside down. Does that mean Clint gets a 350 and he gets a 300?
Can we do donuts in this too?
Yeah, right. Sticker for a
That's
spin.
bar.
All right, I'm gonna have you step out for just a second. I'm gonna catch up with Vince. We're gonna have to talk loud for some of these people at home.
Huh?
You're exactly right. So I'm right here with the winner, Vince Wright, out of Section, Alabama, Wright's Masonry. Adjusted brick count of 625 brick. That's incredible after deductions, Vince. Did you have a feeling of what you wanted to lay today?
I wasn't even shooting that high. It was just a good day. Mud was just right. Brick was dry. It just played the cards right. Here we are.
Sounds like that's a lot of credit to the tender keeping the mud just right for you on
done good
a
today.
brick that's a sucker.
I'll
like
take
that.
him back home today.
Yeah, good. How many times have you been to Vegas, Vince?
Twice.
Twice. So this is lucky number 3
That's
now.
right.
Okay. Are you going to do some practicing? What are you thinking before you go?
We will.
Absolutely.
Especially the week.
All right. Well, big shout out to our new winners here in West Tennessee.